Good morning, honorable members. Agenda number one. Announcement by the Secretary Manipur Legislative Assembly. Order of the Governor of Manipur, date March 22, 2022. Announced the weekend.
Sir, I beg to announce the order of Governor dated March 22, 2022. Governor Manipur Raj Bhavan Imphal. March 22, 2022. Order. In exercise the power conferred by the sub-rule Clause 1 of Rule 10 of Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business of Manipur Legislative Assembly, I, Nation, Governor of Manipur, hereby fixed 24 March 2022 at 9 a.m. at the date and the time for holding election to the office of the Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly, ST Nation. Thank you.
Agenda number two. Election of Speaker. Nasigi Speaker ke election asida unna party of the motion honorable member Sri Chaitrabata Singogi Hariba motion sing asigi maramna ahanbagi motion asimatang lapkatsarage Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, honorable member, please move the motion.
I move the motion that Sri Thokchom Satyabrat Singh, a member of the House, be chosen as the Speaker of this House.
Matangda Sri Kongkam Ravindra Singh, honorable member, please second the motion. Motion sing honorable member Singh Khaktagi favor da lakpani. Now the motion is carried. I declare that Sri Thokchom Saityabrata Singh has been chosen as the Speaker of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly. Honorable Leader of the House, amasung opposition gi Honorable Senior Leader Sri Okram Ibobi Singona nauna kallaba Honorable Speaker bu dais da pusin bine banik singjari. तो यार शो होगा सब कुछ नहीं माया हम यार
mayam punamak ngasi khoi adung tarani thui shuba assembly session hawdokpaga mari leinana khoi speaker gi election sidaida honorable member Sri Saitabertabu unanimously house ina khanbi bagidamakta house ki member mayam punamakpu hanna thagachari assembly mayam hana khangnare ekhoi democratic state mada democratic country mada assembly amdi parliament basi kagi laisanga pangkak ni masidagi tholakpa masidagi laurakpa warep wafam kaya aduna state chigi yang ramioi la kuntra muksigi maraiba lepkadoribani leplibani aduna ngasigi sugumba honorable speaker yamna daita leiba house sida session matamda channarakadaba taunarakadaba different question answer move demand budget mayam punamak lakadoribasi aduguma honorable speaker gi yamna neutral toiba decision neutral oiba view adugi makhada
State Assembly election loikraba matungda koi ganatantragi sana prathapki matungina karan thoirak suba State Assembly election sina anoba tamama koi 2027 phawwa sahi mangagi tam sidaida koi agar sausina Manipur ki praja singh interest da afaba fattaba kaya madugi merits and demerits aduga democracy ki one talk lainanaba khanaraba matamda ai susoi soidna masi agas house asina yena balidana unanimously tarani thoirak suba State Assembly ki speaker oina khanbi khaba sri the Ice Sector Honorable MLA Yaskun Assembly Constituency India ki democratic system asi British na sangna India si sason tawdun leramba aduna almost British ki model do adopt tawni hadna koi democracy India ki democratic system of koi administration si the moment when any honorable member amana speaker he khanba matam duta koi honorable speaker si kanagumba any particular party amda belong to he or she should be deemed he is no more belongs to any particular logdabni haibadi karigno haibu agas house is the state asiki interest tuan ba yata tuan ba department kaya ki apapatam mayama madu khanarapda yamna neutral oiba impartial oiba decision lobby kani haina sauna satawde state sigi interest da suggestion kaya pirpa yai or criticism kaya pirpa yai koi opposition side tagi masing yamjadragasu always matam punamakta si yaroidra yagadra kari problem lay kramai tawi haibna singba state ki interest da lepak ki interest da constructive suggestion haibatar pirpa matam da koi treasury balance da lingsin biba leader of the house oibiyai or any honorable minister oibiyai or any honorable MLA sing oibiyai aduna opposition side ta pirakpa suggestion oibiyai criticism oibiyai madu personal oina ngangani haina I lobiroi haina kali lalaga su akoi punamakse adu haidudi lale haina harakpa kanda akoi kaisu madu tongana wakan atopani haina akoi lounaroi haina ai asa taujai aduna nauna khalaqlaba honorable speaker na ina amukasu hanna thamjarabada august house da any matter any issue khana nainarpa matamda democratic value madugi principle rule of procedure and conduct of house asi yam phajana भारत की संविधान से फजना ngakna protection pina I khanar kani haibani I sowa sa tawjai honorable speaker na su madu yamna impartial oiba kana su misang mikhai nai da masi leipak ki state ki interest da khana bani haina lobiraga madu ki final judgment do I tawbirakani haina I thajai thank you
ngasi Nauna Honorable Member Sri Thokchom Saitrabu House ki member punamagna unanimously aikoi speaker khanbada khanbi basigi demakta ayana matungda chathar kadawa 12 suba aikoi gi state legislative assembly gi session khudimakta ruling opposition khaidana house ki member punamaki amatoiba mot yamna ingna house si chathar kani haibagi wafam suya ki ngasigi speaker khanbada punamangna mot manabasina yak madumasu yaki maikai dai thamjai aduga loinana Sri Thokchom Saitabata yamna ingba yamna tappa adugumba pungningda yamna phadaba ngamba adumagna ngasigi magi speaker oibada yamna matik chaba member amani haijabaga loinana lakadoriba chathagadoriba 32 suba assembly gi sugumba session khudimakta yamna phajaba ngasai ruling opposition gi wafam natana house ki phajaba decorum amaga loinana ngakna phajana house pu conduct tawirakani haibagi thajaba thamjabaga loinana yahana mahaku ngasigi speaker khanbasida yahana mahaku nungaiba khara aigi maikai dagi thamjari thank you.
Taranithoi suba Manipur Legislative Assembly gi ruling bench amadi opposition bench da phambiriba honorable member punamagna unanimous oina ngasi ayhaku speaker oina khanbirakpa asida ngamkhai leitana harau pokchei democracy chatpa leibaka speaker gi role si onthongna chawkhre asigumlaba wanglaba constitutional office ama ingonda sinabiba asida ingondagi mayamna asa tawbirakadaba daida adu khangjabaga loinana aihangna mayamgi asa adu kahenjaroi loinana ngasigi August House asigi laifam thokpa dignity amasung decorum ngakna chachabaga loinana sanglaba parliamentary system of democracy makada house asigi members singi right and privilege adu safeguard tawnaba honajabada aihangna angamba makhai honajagani ngasi aibu speaker oina khanbirakpa the house asigi honorable members singna treasury amadi opposition haiwi wakhan chenkidaba adugumna aihangna su hayeng sia lawjarakpa matamda karigumba makhalgi partiality lehenjaroi lebaki oiba maru oiba issue khanarakpa matamdasu landam asigi leminariba jati punamaki sentiment khangna house ki deliberation adu guide tawnaba honajagani Hoji session asi makha chathaba yanaba business advisory committee ama constitute tawjaraga report present tawjarage. Now the house is adjourned till 10 a.m.
Sir, you'll be national anthem.
Manipur Legislative Assembly. I thank the Almighty for showing His blessings for the peaceful way the election was conducted. Particularly, the people of Manipur who exercised their voting right to the maximum of 89%. I also appreciate the Election Commission of India for doing their duty in a good manner. Today also is an auspicious day. The Almighty has showed His blessings by the rain. It's a good auspicious day today because of that. I also take this opportunity to congratulate the newly elected August members of the House on winning the people's mandate. I extend my best wishes to all as you take up the responsibilities entrusted upon you. I am hopeful that individually and collectively you will uphold the values enshrined in the Constitution of India. Honorable members, the pandemic continued to present challenges during last year. Nevertheless, the proactive efforts of the government to accelerate vaccination program against COVID-19 went a long way to facilitate opening of economy and picking up the pace of development works. During the second wave of the pandemic, there was increased demand for medical oxygen. Stock of D-type oxygen cylinders was increased from just 25 to 6,328 within 2 months. 24 PSA oxygen generation plants were commissioned in the past 1 year alone, covering all 16 districts. 2 liquid medical oxygen storage plants with capacity of 10 KL at Jain IMS and 20 KL at the veterinary complex, Porompat were commissioned. A third LMO plant of 20 KL is also ready to be commissioned at COVID hospital, Kiamgi. About 480 ventilators, 3,145 oxygen concentrators, and 20,000 pulse oximeters were used. 4,651 beds and 209 ICU beds were set up in hospitals and 29 COVID care centers. A 200-bedded COVID hospital costing rupees 36.8 crores was inaugurated. Home isolation facilities were also provided with the medicines and pulse oximeters. Community home location centers were set up for those lacking proper home isolation facilities in their homes. More than 10 lakh COVID testings have been done in the past 1 year. 6 RT-PCR machines have been installed in 2 government medical colleges and 4 private facilities, taking daily RT-PCR testing capacity to 4,600. The whole genome sequencing, WGS, are being done regularly to identify COVID variants. Institute of Bioresources and Sustainable Development, Impal, alone tested nearly 2,000 samples for identifying COVID variants. More than 4,200 samples were sent for genome sequencing outside in the state. The past 1 year, 5 families of healthcare workers who died due to COVID-19 while performing duties were compensated with rupees 50 lakh per family under PM Garib Kalyan package. Under Chief Minister Gi, Hakshal Gi Tengbang, till date, more than 5.2 lakh beneficiaries have been enrolled. The past year, 30,414 cashless hospitalization have been provided at a cost of rupees 31,032 crore. Under Ayushman Bharat Prime Minister Jana Arogya Yojana, over 3.96 lakhs beneficiaries have been enrolled. Under the scheme, 19,403 cashless treatments have been provided, costing rupees 23.87 crore during last year. Friends, district hospitals in Tamenglong and Ukrul have now been upgraded to 100-bedded hospitals. Trauma Care Center at Bishnupur was inaugurated. Foundation stone was laid for 150-bedded cancer hospitals at JNIMS. To ensure uninterrupted care and support services to people living with HIV during the pandemic, ARV dispensing was decentralized. Viral load camps were organized and Link ART Center were opened. Friends, the law and order area, honorable members, my government continued to strengthen and improve the security scenario of the state. During 2021, in counter-insurgency measures, security forces arrested 234 extremists and neutralized 15 extremists. 14 persons was detained under NSA and 20 UG cadets surrendered. This I feel is very important for me, particularly for my side. Security forces also recovered 167 arms, 3,115 assorted ammunition, 253 IEDs, 27 Lathod bombs, and 360 numbers of detonators. My government also continued its war on drugs. During 2021, massive seizures were made, including 87 kilograms of heroin, 1,320 kilograms of brown sugar, 505 kilograms and 80 liters of opium, nearly 10 lakh tablets, and over 64 kg of WY. 42 cases were registered and 20 disposed under ND and PS Act. 3,424 acres of illicit poppy cultivation were destroyed. This is also a foremost and important thing, and the new government should concentrate more on that. During the year 2021, 3,156 FIR cases were registered and 2,143 criminal cases were disposed of. Sensitive cases relating to crime against women and children were given top priority. Honorable members, to remember our brave police, the Manipur Police Monument at 1st BN Manipur Rifles Complex was completed and inaugurated. To strengthen the police administration, Maram Police Station at Senapati was established. Police outposts were established at Luichang, Maifei, Wainam, Sabombang, Bakshikong, Kachpat. I'm sorry I am new to this place because the pronunciation may be different. You have to accept it. And a video post on Kongba Airong about rupees 15,077 crore were released to ordnance factories for procurement of weapons for the newly raised 10th and 11th IRBs. Existing emergency number 100 for police and railways was successfully integrated with the emergency response support system. About 1.4 lakh calls were received, out of which 664 were registered as actionable cases. During the year, about rupees 1.08 crore were paid as compensation and relief to families of victims of extremist action under Manipur Victims Compensation Scheme. Honorable members, under a scheme of development of infrastructure for judiciary, one Annex Court building of Bishnupur Court Complex was inaugurated for housing the family court and the District Legal Services Authority of Bishnupur. Foundation stones were laid for construction of district court complexes in Kakching, Senapati and Noni. Due to the pandemic, the courts conducted most of the proceedings through video conferencing. As part of its digitization effort, 45 lakh pages of case records were scanned and verified. My government also installed CCTV cameras in 34 courts. Honorable members, despite the challenges in resource mobilization, in view of the pandemic, my government ensured that government expenditure was increased or at least maintained at the pre-pandemic level. There was increase in total expenditure from rupees 17,165 crore in financial year 2019-20 to 22,465 crore in financial year 2021. My government significantly increased the funding for the health sector. The total expenditure of the Health and Family Welfare Department was 2,097 crore during financial year 2021, out of which 55% was for creation of capital assets. Manipur was the first state in the country to migrate to the new SNA model of PFMS. Due to efforts of my government, the total flow of funds in the form of centrally sponsored schemes, extremely aided projects, Ministry of DONER projects, etc. in financial year 2020-21 was rupees 4,182 crores, marking a significant 31% increase from previous year. Honorable members, my government has been giving strong emphasis on capital expenditure due to its multiplier effect on the economy. During financial year 2021, the expenditure on capital outlay was rupees 2,439 crore, which is an increase of 100 for Tumkong in Impal East is nearing completion. Construction of mini stadium at Parbang have been completed and another at Senapati public ground is in progress. 5 projects in agriculture and allied sector and 1 project in irrigation and watershed sector amounting to rupees 36.19 crore are in pipeline. Under border area development program, during 21-22, 8 works are completed which include residential quarters for teachers and health functionaries, suspension bridge and hostel for students. Under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Watershed Yojana, various structures for water harvesting and irrigation were taken up during the year. 31 self-help groups have been constituted and 66 villagers received benefits. 13 projects covering 58,690 hectares have been approved for Manipur under Watershed Development Component 2 of Pradhan Mantri Yojana, with assistance of rupees 1,792 crore under non-lapsable central pool of resources. 175 projects were taken up, out of which 152 are now completed. Under Northeast Special Infrastructure Development Schemes, 14 projects worth over rupees 317 crore were sanctioned. Under Hill Area Development Program being implemented in Tamlong and Noni districts, out of 41 projects worth over rupees 98 crore, 16 projects are physically completed. Since the launch of startup schemes in 2017-18, over 5,772 beneficiaries have been sanctioned over rupees 108.5 crore under various categories, of which subsidy component is rupees 56.28 crore. Startup Manipur was added to promote greenfield ventures for marginalized sections of society. A subcategory under idea stage was also added to address the issues faced by small business due to pandemic. Since 2017-18, 19 transit accommodation for doctors and teachers, which are taken up under one-time special assistance of Central Plan Scheme at a cost of over rupees 59 crore in hill districts were completed. I have also seen some of this scheme for the doctors and other people during my tour in the state. Honorable members, my government provided assistance to 1,708 ST families under various family-oriented programs and 200 tribal women organizations for carrying out various activities. 1,196 ST families were provided GCI sheets roofing for their dwelling house. Altogether, 51,488 ST students were extended pre- and post-matric scholarship. During 21-22, 115 tribal youths benefited under skill development program. Tribal boys hostel with section at Adimjati Shiksha Ashram. Adimjati Shiksha Ashram complex and is targeted for completion soon. As a part of infrastructure development under autonomous district councils in health sector, PSA oxygen generator plants with 200 cylinder per day capacity were installed in 6 district hospitals in hill districts. 6 advanced life support ambulances and 12 basic life support ambulances were procured for use in hill districts under the 50th FC grants. My government is committed to the welfare of minorities, OBC and SC communities in the state. 4 hostels for SC students and 4 hostels for OBC students are being constructed with a local project cost of 28 crore under Babu Jagajeevan Ram Chhatravas Yojana and scheme for construction of OBC boys and girls hostel. Friends, under Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana, rupees 3,328 crores was released for taking up various developmental works for 16 SC villages from Bishtupur, Impal West, Jiribam and Taubar. Under scholarship scheme for minorities, OBCs, SCs and economically backward classes, EBC, 87,555 students were given scholarship during 2021 amounting rupees 54.20 crores. Under Prime Minister Jan Vikas Karyakram, development of 8 sports complexes, 3 Hunar hubs, infrastructure development of Swill Festival, and augmentation of Luang Pogpa multi-sports complex, formerly Luang Pogpa Cricket Stadium, for total project cost about rupees 173 crore, was approved by Government of India during the current financial year. Foundation stones of 72 projects were laid and 64 projects were also inaugurated during the year. Hajj House is being constructed at a unit cost of Rs 10 crore at Lilong in Taubal district under the scheme for special assistance to state for capital expenditure during 21-22. Under the National Food Security Act, automation of all fair price shops in the state and 100% Aadhaar seeding of all ration cards in the state was achieved. State Commission and District Consumer Fora are functioning to safeguard the rights of beneficiaries. Under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, additional rice of 5 kg per person per month was provided, free of cost to all beneficiaries under Antyodaya and priority households to ameliorate the hardships caused by coronavirus. Honorable members, under Ujjwala 1, a total of 1.59 lakhs families were provided free LPG connection. Under Ujjwala 2, another 19,084 beneficiaries have been benefited till date. On education section, honorable members, my government continued to make efforts to improve the overall education sector in the state. School Fagadansi mission was implemented to improve government schools by filling of infrastructural gaps. 7 high schools were upgraded to higher secondary schools to cater the increasing demand for more government higher secondary schools. 3,280 schools have been covered under the PM Poshan scheme, providing dry ration to nearly 1.7 lakh students on all working days of the year. Under the Merit Scholarship scheme, Rupees 6,000 per student has been awarded to 537 numbers of class 10 pass students, and Rupees 12,000 per student has been awarded to 146 numbers of class 12 passed students. In the wake of restrictions imposed by COVID-19 pandemic, web-based digital platform named Moodle Learning Management System was introduced in 45 government and government-aided colleges of Manipur for teaching and learning intervention. Under Chief Minister College Mehroi's e-support scheme, mobile handsets were distributed to meritorious college students belonging to the lower income groups to equip the students for digital learning. My government also launched a scheme called University and Higher Education Digital Support Scheme to provide digital devices for effective learning and e-office rollout in colleges of Manipur. Manipur Technical University has started offering MBA course from academic session 21-22. Honorable members, my government is committed to ensure equality and reliable power supply in the state. With the commissioning of 400 kV DC transmission lines between Silchar and Impal, New Kohima, New Mariani, all its rated voltage, the available transmission capacity, ATC, of intrastate transmission has been enhanced considerably to about 2,000 megawatt to cater to the power requirement of the state for the next 10 to 15 years. The past one 132 kV substation at Taubal and 833/11 kV substations were operationalized. Under Northeastern Region Power System Improvement Project, singeing of second circuit of Yenga Popki, Kongba, Taubal, Kakching, 132 kV line and augmentation of 132/33 kV substation at Kongba with additional 20 MVA were completed. Construction of 132 kV link transmission line for optimum evacuation of power from 132 kV substation Taubal to 132 kV substation at Kongba and Yaikangobi and Handang were completed. Installation of automatic demand management scheme for real-time management of power supply at 11 kV level was completed at 4 power substations. At present, 26 new 33/11 kV substation and 2 new 132/33 kV substations are under construction. 132 kV ring main double difficult of the state and crucial 33 kV transmission lines supplying power to Impal area are being replaced with high temperature, low SAG, HTLS conductors to double the transmission capacities of the lines during the next 5 years at an estimated cost of about rupees 411 crores. Under DDU, GYNU and IPDS schemes, 179 distribution transformers, 67 kms of kilometer of HT 11 kV lines, and 671 kilometers of LTRL bunch cables have been put in place in the last 1 year. Under Ujala scheme, 4,018 484 LED bulbs have been sold on subsidized rate till date. For lighting important areas in the state, 62 high masts have been installed, and installation of 1,140 numbers of 8-meter tall LED street lights are in full swing. The AT&C loss for 21-22 is 20.43% against a target of reduction to 15% by 24-25. To reduce AT&C loss, 3.78 lakh prepaid energy meters have been installed against a consumer base of 5.2 lakh in financial year 21-22. Under off-grid and decentralized SPV program, installers of 8,850 LED solar street lighting system at various locations were completed in last 1 year. 60,664 LED solar study lamps were also distributed to school-going children. Under integrated rural energy programs, 19 solar street lighting systems were installed during the year. Honorable members, under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana scheme, 6.19 lakh farmers have been enrolled. So far, over rupees 501 crores have been released. The cropping intensity has improved. For the year 21-22, it is estimated to be 157, 14% against 148.08% during 2021. Under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinjai Yojana, per drop more crop, subsidies were given through DPT for 3,088 numbers of water pump sets for providing supplementary irrigation to an area of 3,088 hectares. Further construction of 285 water harvesting facilities and 55 irrigation channels, etc., created irrigation potential for an area of 450 hectares. Under submission on agriculture mechanization, subsidies were provided for purchase of 747 machinery such as tractors, reapers, power tillers, rotavators, threshers, and mini mills. Support was also provided under the scheme for setting up farm machinery back to 254 projects. Under RKBY and Raftar Training Hall cum Farmers Hostel, 3 150 empty capacity fertilizers godowns and 3 agro market sheds were constructed. Subsidies were also provided to 4,131 farmers for purchase of plant protection equipments. Under National Food Security Mission, 29.92 metric tons of certified seeds of central crops, coarse cereals, and pulses were distributed during the year, and an area of 2,819.28 hectares were brought under demonstration for transfer to latest crop production technology. Under soil health card and soil health management, many soil testing laboratories were set up at the district headquarters of Impal West, Impal East, Taubal, Bishnupur, and Churchandapur. 2 village-level soil testing laboratories were also established at Impal East and Bishnupur. 400 soil samples were tested during the year, based on which promotion of micronutrients for an area of 50,000 hectares were initiated. During 21-22, 2,734 farmers benefited under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Under Mission Organic Value Chain Development of Northeastern Region area, under organic cultivation of black scented rice was increased by 475% to 11,500 hectares during 2021 over the previous year. 101 MT of clean black scented rice was exported to national and international buyers. During 21-22, 30 farmers production companies comprising of 500 farmers per farm to produce 9 high-value organic crops. Various marketing initiatives were taken up, including branding under Organic Manipur, opening organic outlets at Pune and Bangalore, and exporting organic black atomic rice for the state outside the country. I require the government authority to see that you have expanded even into Tamil Nadu. Geographical indication tag was obtained for Tanglong orange and Sirakang chili. Contract farming of calendula and red clover flowers has resulted in diversification of income. Under the Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture, area expansion for 4,754 hectares for fruits and 5,920 hectares of vegetables was achieved. 3,000 bee boxes and 600 beekeeping equipments were distributed. Subsidy was provided to farmers for procurement of 1,614 numbers of manual sprayers, power tillers and tractors. Further, 133 numbers of pack houses, primary processing units, integrated pack houses, pre-cooling units, cold rooms and ripening chambers were constructed under post-harvest management. Friends, under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana, an area of 1,143 hectares was covered with micro irrigation for horticultural crops. 1,323 diesel pumps were distributed. 53 water harvesting ponds and 44 irrigation channels were constructed during the year 21-22. Plantation in over 3,149 hectares of forest areas under various schemes were taken up. During Vanamahotsava Festival 21, around 20.96 lakh seedings were distributed free of cost. Another 23.61 lakh seedings have been raised for distribution during 22-23. High density plantation of economically important bamboo species have been taken up on over 333 hectares of land. Efforts continue to be made to ensure long-term survival of Manipur Bro, anteater deer, Sangai, and protection of Amar falcon under Pradhan Mantri Vanadhan Yojana. 139 Vanadhan Vikas Kendras consisting of 3,320 SSGs with 41,900 tribal beneficiaries have been created across 14 districts. 66 Hath Bazaars were also constructed. When Prime Minister came last time to Manipur, I told about this particular point by myself experiencing wherever I go there. He was very much, he appreciated this also. Digital survey and inventarization of wetlands for conservation and protection is completed. Projects with central government funding like rejuvenation and conservation of Nambul River and conservation of Yaralpat wetland are in progress. Government India has sanctioned a project for integrated management plan of ultra-pat wetland for amount rupees 11.90 crore and work will be started soon. Nursery for indigenous plants is being raised. Honorable members, the total consumption of fish in Manipur is estimated at 56,000 metric ton per annum. The state could produce barely 30,000 metric ton in 16. With persistent efforts, the production capacity has been increased to 36,000 metric ton per annum during the past 5 years, thereby helping in reducing imports from outside the state. We need not necessarily import fish from outside, because plenty of water for the tourists to see in Manipur is only the pond, the lake. So the lake itself will sufficiently give fish, I think so. Under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, 145 hectares of ponds, 100 units of cages, 20 units of biofloc, 8 units of hatcheries, and input support for 223 acres are being developed during 21-22. Further, 2,338 fishermen were enrolled for insurance during 21-22 under the scheme. Under National Fisheries Development Board, 5 breeding units for locally important fish species are being developed. 20 cages and 12 pens were installed with financial assistance under Loktak Livelihood Mission. Under National Animal Disease Control Program, Calfhood Brucella vaccination program was launched with a target of vaccinating 43,669 bovines in the state. Construction of 59 veterinary dispensaries and 25 veterinary hospitals have been completed under the scheme of establishment of state veterinary hospitals and dispensaries. 82,000 tons of milk, 20,000 metric tons of meat, and 1,080 lakhs eggs were produced during the year. Cattle feed plant having a capacity to produce 3 MT of cattle feed per hour was set up at Porompat. Poultry breeding farm Ningto Kong with a capacity of 10,000 parent stock and having a target of producing 60,000 day-old low-input technology chicks per month was inaugurated. Under National Livestock Mission, 32 units of high genetic germplasm parent breed of Hampshire pig were imported from UK with a target to produce 50 pure breed piglets for distribution to piggery farmers. Honorable members, providing assured irrigation is critical for accelerating growth in agriculture sector. With about 2.3 lakhs hectares of net cultivable areas, 5 irrigation projects are being revived to create an ultimate revised irrigation potential of 36,300 hectares, water supply for 4,000 MGD, million gallon per day, and 2.25 megawatt of power. My government has taken up renovation and modernization works of the Loktak lift irrigation project with a total cost of rupees 89.69 crore. Rupees 311 crore has been sanctioned for rehabilitation, improvement and for comprehensive and sustainable operation of Singda Dam, Kuga Dam, Kaubhum Dam, Impal Barrage and Sekmai Barrage. Good progress has been made on the 3 major multi-purpose projects, namely Kugha multi-purpose project, Thoubal multi-purpose project, Dolai Tabi barrage project, the headwork components of Dolai Tabi barrage project and Thoubal multi-purpose project, and water transmission component of Taibal multi-purpose project have been inaugurated, achieving irrigation potential of 46,746 hectares and water supply of 50,000 million gallons per day. To improve the extent, quality and accessibility of water resources information, a state hydrological data center under National Hydrology Project was inaugurated. Under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, Har Khet Ko Pani, 70% and 90% physical progress has been achieved in setting up 375 surface minor irrigation schemes and 550 wells respectively. An irrigation potential of 11,698 hectares will be created upon completion. For improving water supply system in Impal area, phase 3 of integrated water supply for Impal planning area costing rupees 990.46 crore is being taken up under NDB funding and targeted for completion by December 2022. Water supply scheme for 25 other towns is also being targeted for completion of 2023. Construction of water treatment plant with a capacity of 45 billion liters per day at Ching is completed and trial run is going on. It will meet the water demand up to 2031. The Impal Sewerage Project Phase 1 was inaugurated. Under Jal Jeevan Mission, functional household tap construction has been provided to nearly 2.9 lakh households, covering 63.60% of target so far. Connectivity. Honorable Speaker and honorable members, 2 works sanctioned under NEC, namely construction of interstate truck terminus and segment and improvement of road from Mouldak to Kulhen diversion road via Munili were completed during the year. Strengthening work for a length of 47.67 km of national highways with a project cost of rupees 235.31 crores was completed during the year. Rehabilitation of Sansak Tegnopal NH 102A for a length of 130 km was completed. Construction of double-lane Lokchau Bridge on National Highways 102 on Impal-More section is being completed. Improvement of Koirengai Sigmal Road under NLCPR at a cost of rupees 16.4 crore have been completed. Improvement and construction of roads measuring 177.60 km are being taken up under Central Road Infrastructure Fund. 11 road and bridge works with a total cost of 93.63 crore were sanctioned during 2021 under Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, RIDF. Construction of Impal Kongchop Tamlong Road of 103 kilometers under implementation with assistance from ADP for 1,400 crore is targeted for completion by June 2023. With the funding from HUDCO, the completion of the remaining work of Civil Secretariat complex at Mantripukhi and construction of VVIP State Guest House, Shenglar, are being taken up. Passenger helicopter service under RES Udan 2 scheme, is targeted for implementation during 2022-23, connecting Jiribam, Tamlang, More, Tonlon and Parbang. Under Nirbhaya scheme, rupees 5,496 crore have been released to develop a monitoring center to implement tracking and monitoring of public transport vehicles for safety of women and children. As part of ease of business, e-challan system, online permit system, dealer point registration system, and online application and payment system for issue of driving license were implemented. Urban planning and development. Honorable members, under the PM SVA Nidhi scheme, 8,461 street vendors have been provided working capital loan to resume their livelihoods during the pandemic. Under Swachh Bharat Mission, urban, till date, a total of 37,837 individual household latrine and 510 seats of public toilets were constructed. The Swachh Survekshan 2021, urban local bodies of Kangching and Jiribam were awarded as best citizen feedback and the cleanest city in the northeast zone, respectively. I am proud about it. Under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, housing of all mission, 55,804 houses have been approved till now. A total of about rupees 249 crore was released to beneficiaries. Under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Urban Livelihood Mission, about 2,783 women self-help groups consisting of 28,170 women were formed. Their products were introduced to the global market through online e-commerce portals. Under the Impal Smart City Mission, development of Kangla, Nanpok, Thorban and Tangal Lambi were inaugurated. Till date, projects amounting to about rupees 166 crores have been completed and projects worth about rupees 112 crore are in various stages of construction. Friends, management of solid waste on regional basis, Cluster B in Manipur, civil works was taken up during the year and completed. The scheme has provided better management of solid waste for urban local bodies. Under Atal Mission of Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, Amrit, laying of 348 kilometers of pipelines is completed in Impala Municipal Corporation area. Tap connection have been provided to more than 80% of households. Installation of domestic smart water meters in Impala Municipal Corporation area is in good progress. The online municipal service YMS for all 27 towns of Manipur was launched under ease of doing business. 3 services, namely registration of birth, registration of death, and booking of desludging tanks were launched in the first phase. Honorable members, Gram Panchayats of Kaino and Top Dasara and Impal West Zilla Parishad were awarded with the Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Panchayat Sashakti-karan Puraskar 2021. Menglom Jo Gram Panchayat bagged the Nanaji Deshmukh Rashtriya Gram Sabha Puraskar 21. And Luang Sangbam Gram Panchayat bagged the Gram Panchayat Development Plan Award 2021. Kaino Gram Panchayat was also awarded with Child Friendly Gram Panchayat Award 2021. We should be very happy about these things. Manipur has been, at the national level, Manipur, a village, a person has been chosen, means it is a proud. We should be very proud about that from Manipur. I am really happy about that. 9,716 houses were completed against a target of 9,740 under phase 1 of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Grameen. Under phase 2, 4,012 have been completed out of total target of 8,900 houses. For 2021, out of a total target of 15,842 beneficiaries, 15,047 beneficiaries have been sanctioned housing units. Under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, I mean, number 1 and number 2, construction of road length of 430 kilometers have been completed during the year. Till date, construction for 9,178 kilometers length of road, again the sanctioned length of 11,673 kilometers has been completed, providing connectivity to 602 habitations. Under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Generation Scheme, the average of days of employment provided during financial year 2021 and 21-22 exceeded the national average by 8.88 and 606.39 days respectively. Under the scheme, the state has been able to achieve 74.30% of expenditure in natural resources management compared to national average of 68.42%. Under Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan, construction to 10 Panchayat Gars have been approved and works are in progress. Under Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission, more than 36,404 poor rural women households were mobilized into 3,274 self-help groups, 185 village-level federations and 10 cluster-level federations were formed. 3,803 beneficiaries have been given skill training and 1,573 beneficiaries given placements under Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gramina Kaushalya Yojana. Honorable members, Chief Minister's Widow Pension Scheme was introduced to provide monthly pension to 10,000 widows at the rate of Rs 500 per month. A top-up of Rs 200 per month was also provided to existing 8,043 widow pensioners of National Widow Pension Scheme who were getting Rs 300 per month earlier. Similarly, a top-up of Rs 200 per month was provided to existing 1,006 pensioners of National Disability Pension Scheme. Over 56,026 pregnant women and lactating mothers have been enrolled as beneficiaries under Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana scheme till date. One-stop centers are functional in all districts and 24/7 toll-free women helpline 181 successfully disposed 589 cases. A toll-free helpline for aged people was also opened for providing information and guidance on legal, financial, health and social issues to elders. The number of beneficiaries under the Manipur Old Age Pension Scheme was increased from 66,738 to 82,738 by providing additional fund of rupees 3.84 crore for 16,000 additional beneficiaries. Under Chief Minister's Sahodara Basingi Tengbang, financial assistance at rupees 1,000 per month was provided to 343 homeless aged pensioners. Caregiver allowance was provided to 5,641 persons with disabilities having high support need. Scholarship and free travel concession. Unemployed allowance and marriage license incentive award were also provided to 2,419 beneficiaries. Under ADIP scheme, aid and appliances were provided for 1,003 pensioners with disabilities and 5,154 assistive devices to senior citizens and Rashtriya Vayoshree Yojana. Chief Minister COVID-19 affected livelihood support scheme was introduced to provide one-time financial assistance to rupees 5,000 for identified eligible household. Chief Minister's Angangi Tengbang Bala Seva was also introduced to provide financial and rehabilitative support to children who became orphans due to COVID-19. Honorarium for ASHA workers, ASHE, have been enhanced by rupees 1,000 per month. Likewise, monthly honorarium of Anganwadi workers and mini Anganwadi workers have been enhanced by rupees 1,000 and that of Anganwadi helpers by rupees 600. Honorable members, under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, 3.0, 2,955 beneficiaries have been enrolled for training programs to address skill gaps. Skill development training programs are also being implemented for persons with disabilities under Chief Minister Gi Sahodara Basingi Tengbang. Under a scheme for enhancing skill development infrastructure, government ITIs at Segmai and Kangpoki were completed and inaugurated to new ITIs at Perswal and Noni district are under construction. All 2,893 claims, complaints or appreciations under different labor laws have been disposed. Details of unorganized workers are being registered on e-Shram portal for creation of a comprehensive national database. Against a total target of registering 8.66 lakhs for the state, 43.03% has been completed. For the year 21-22, 29,126 labor card holders were provided COVID-19 assistance amounting to rupees 2.91 crore. Maternal, educational, medical and accidental benefits amounting to over 30.96 crore were extended to 21,238 labor card holders. Honorable members, considering the hardship faced by the MSME sector due to the COVID-19 pandemic, rent payable totaling more than rupees 16 lakh for work shed in 3 industrial estates were waived. Construction of industrial estate at Ukrul is completed. Further establishment of industrial estates in Impal East and Senapati districts at a total project cost of about 21.93 crore has also been sanctioned. Mega food park for Manipur state is being set up at ITB, Kuno. The mega food park aims at establishing 8 primary processing centers at Impal East, Bishnupur, Churachandpur, Perswal, Chandel, Noni, Jiriba and Ukrul districts. Under Prime Minister formalization of micro food processing enterprises scheme, loans to 120 individuals were sanctioned during the year for promotion of food processing industries. In order to enhance the mineral exploration activities and achieve sustainable mining, the Manipur Mineral Policy 2021 was notified. The traditional arts and crafts are being promoted under the mission of economic empowerment of traditional artisans and craftsmen. Initiatives have been made to increase online visibility of Manipur products through online portals, because Manipur is also known for it, and it should be spread to the whole country and to the whole world also. To generate employment and augment in the sector, my government started production of locality manufactured ready-made garment and school uniform. Local plants, trees, and herbs were also identified for production of large vegetable dyes in Manipur with the aim of producing higher and organic dye cloth. Honorable members, tourism is one of the industries which can become the backbone of the state's economy. To boost the sector, various tourism infrastructures were completed during the year. These include Chairoching Eco-Tourism Project, Integrated Tourist Circuit Impal, Thamai, Integrated Tourist Destination at Longa, Koireng, and Longmai, development of spiritual circuits are Sri Govindaji Temple, Sri Kaina Temple, Sri Banks Budan Temple, Sri Gopinath Temple, and Sri Bijoy Govindaji Temple, and Swadesh Darshan scheme. Development of Northeast Circuit, Impal and Kongjam project under the Swadeshi Darshan scheme was also completed. As part of the development for heritage site for INA headquarters at Moira, a 50-meter tall national flag was installed. It's a great tribute. Honorable members, to motivate sports persons and honor Olympians of the state, my government started the construction of Manipur Olympian Park. The park will stand as a testimony to Manipur as the powerhouse of sports. Under Khelo India scheme, football fields and RCC galleries at Hyangtang and Hao ground were completed. Construction of football fields and RCC galleries have been started at 8 blocks. Government of India has sanctioned 16 Khelo India centers which should be opened across 16 districts of Manipur. Under Khelo India Center of Excellence, disciplines for archery, hockey, and weightlifting were selected, and procuring of kits and manpower are in progress. Arts and culture. Honorable members, Manipur is really, after coming to Manipur, I have understood how great Manipur is as far as this art and culture area is. To nurture, propagate, and preserve the cultural heritage of Manipur, various works were taken up during the year. Memorial complex of exiled heroes of Anglo-Manipuri War, 1891, at BT Park was inaugurated. 31 tribal museums were constructed across Manipur. Bronze statues of Tangal General and Chilai Tangal were constructed at Mayangkang at Kangpoki district. Sanamahi Temple annexure building for the devotees of Laingto Sanamahi Temple at a cost of rupees 5 crore was inaugurated. Improvement and development of Govindaji Temple was successfully completed at a cost of rupees 23.32 crore. At the Chief Minister's Gi Artistry Singhi Tenba scheme, 440 artists have been benefited with monthly pension assistance of rupees 4,000 for awardees and 2,500 for non-awardees. Also, 54 artists have been recommended for assistance in training and productions, and 340 students assisted for purchase of equipment and instruments. 3 awardees have been honored. Concession of 3rd Manipur Bhavan at Dwaraka in New Delhi has started. After many years, the plot at Manipur Rajbahari in Shillong was taken over by my government on lease for 30 years. To facilitate full implementation of e-office in Manipur Secretariat and various directorates, 1,966 computers, 141 laptops, 265 scanners, and 1,966 UPS units were procured. Further, as a special incentive, 6 Maruti Ziaz cars and 10 Tata Harrier SUV vehicles were procured for deputy commissioners of districts. Honorable members, my government sanctioned rupees 18.59 crore from State Disaster Response Fund for taking up various containment measures for COVID-19 in the state. Further, a sum of rupees 12 crore was also sanctioned for payment of ex gratia to the next of kin of the deceased due to COVID-19 in the state. Manipur is located in Seismic Zone 5. to reduce vulnerability to natural disasters by taking appropriate mitigating measures and strengthening capacity to plan and respond, the National Seismic Risk Mitigation Program is being implemented. Cash incentive award of rupees 1 lakh each were given to 26 youths who had successfully cleared civil service preliminary and mains examination. NDA and CDS entrance examinations, implementation of Chief Minister's Scholarship Scheme for Civil Services, coaching has been modified for conducting physical classes for 200 civil service aspirants. Chief Minister's Award for Good Governance was awarded to 11 distinguished officers of the state. Construction of the office building of the Lokayukta is expected to be completed soon. Out of the 14 complaint cases registered with Lokayukta, preliminary inquiries of 13 have been completed. Manipur Information Commission received 162 appeals and complaints from citizens during the year, and under the RTA Act, 86 cases were disposed. The construction of the first building of the IT SEZ Manipur is targeted for completion soon. Statewide area network, SWAN, connectivity of horizontal office of the district headquarters and block headquarters has been completed and made operational. The existing SWAN network is also being upgraded. BharatNet is also being taken up to fill the connectivity gap to empower rural masses. IT Innovation Hub at IT Park in Mantripukri was inaugurated with the objective of inducing innovation-driven approach with industry collaboration and providing incubation space for handholding of IT startups. Friends, honorable members, my government will continue to work for welfare and inclusive development of the state. I look forward to the wholehearted support and commitment to all honorable members of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly. Thagachari, thank you. Jai Hind. What I should know? Next. National. 1 minute. Thank you.
Please, sir. Hoji House asi high tea amadi photo session gi damak pung amagi matam adjourn tawjera. Honorable Member Punamak, Honorable Governor of Manipur na address Bibikrabani na address ki copy sing adu Honorable Member singi table da phangbiram lagani. Agenda number 2, motion of thanks to the Governor's address. Motion of thanks ka mai lainana mover amana motion thangat piri aduga member amana second tawbidai. Motion asi Honorable Members Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh na thangat pirakpani aduga Honorable Member Shri Thongjam Basanta Kumar Singh na second tawbidai. Hoji Honorable Member Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh na motion asi move tawbigani.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I beg to move that the members of Manipur Legislative Assembly assembled in this session are deeply grateful to the Governor for the address which he has been pleased to deliver to the House on March the 24th, 2022.
Second tawbigadaba Honorable Member Thongjam Basanta Kumar Singh.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I second the motion of thanks to the Governor's address moved by the Honourable Member, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh. Thank you.
Agenda number 3, obituary reference. Ngasigi obituary reference asiga mari lainana laikidraba Honorable Member singi maming sing amutang pathukcharake. Number 1 da Sri Laitanthem Tomba, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly from 31 Thawban Assembly constituency. Number 2, Sri A. Aja, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly from 45 Singhai ST Assembly constituency. Aduga number 3 da Sri Wahengma Mangau Singh, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly from 21 Nauria Pakhang Lapa Assembly constituency. Number 4 da Sri Mayengbam Manihar Singh, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly from 36 Wapgai Assembly constituency. Number 5, Sri Athuibo Daimai, former member of Electoral College 1952 to 57, the Manipur Territorial Council 1957 to 62, and first Manipur Territorial Assembly from Aimol Assembly constituency. Ngasi obituary reference asi Honorable Member kana saru bigani habadu pisan birktri aduna na ahan mada leader of the house na initiate tawbigani.
Honorable Speaker, sir, Nasi Honorable Speaker, Bu House Sigi Speaker when a Khanba Aduga trying to shuba session Sigi as Governor speech Glory Matung session Shathar Pasida Mamaliam Laba Lake Hidraba House is the Labiramba Aduga House. Tawdingagi Territorial Council ni madam Labiramba State Sigi Memoriam leaders Mingoina Panjarabada Uzi Sri Laitanthem Tomba Singh Aduga former members Aduga Sri Eaja Aduga Sri Wahangbam Angau Singh Aduga Sri Mayangbam Manihar Singh Aduga Sri Athuibok Daimai Hariba respected like his Manga Sigimata Maramda obituary reference. Vision of Gimatamkra, Honorable Speaker, and people Gidom Kai Tagashari. Ahan Bada Honorable Speaker, sir. Pegi Pabung Tomba, Equina Pabung Hydra, Yamna personality, Yamna Wangba, Yamna Ing Batapa Aduga Amnamagi Matamdu da Koina Uja Hoboda, how in a Tenaja Hoboda Yamna Praja Singi, Aduga Mia Maraxadum, no me the Torgo Lebadumba leader ama masi laikhidraba Elkan Hai Singna po ambani the magi date of birth 1939 Thawal Bazar pokpani maksi 1984 Mari Suba Legislative Assembly the MPP ki ticket what karakhi aduga amuk 1995 ta ma re-elect adum MPP ki ticket re-elect tawi aduga Minister Sericulture and Labor gi Minister ki charge matam khara purami 2000 da mahak cha mohana 7 Manipur Legislative Assembly ki MSCP ki ticket ma karaga Minister of Education oina thaupuki 2002 masida de khoi yaure ai su 2002 da army polapse bani Mr. Kabani re-elected to the 8th Manipur Legislative Assembly the Maji Federal Party of Manipur ki da amukaraga khoi matek khara pang tombasi amna ngasai na haiju ki badmani amna personality leiba mi khuding makse konba mi khuding maloina na ba khona ba aduga magi statesmanship leiba ai integrity leiba adugma leader amani na ekoina thanai da mahakna matam sadana leikhidaba sidai dai khoi aigi maigai dagi hausida ai nungaitaba awabada phongdokjari loina magi thawaina isori khuyada ingna chingna leirunaba aduga magi lehoriba imung manung mayam dugi awabada su aina sarug yajari haidana house da thamjari sir ani subada oja aja si yamna aiga yam phajana roina jahawi ma khogi chingai gi ma 1st October 1946 da pokpani aduga ma ni masan pa ani masan primary ni ma ki singjaroi North Jasami police ki makhada leiba adugi khundagi ni marksi 2002 da 8th Manipur Legislative Assembly ki INC ticket makabni mak matamdu da sports minister matek ama pai mana aina thena ja hobada yamna sports ka da yamna thawai yawba aduga akhoi gi mi khuding maksi adum khonba yamna friendly oina mayam se adum thodongna enmity adugumba gi wakhal mangon da mamai da udaba magi thamoi da leitaba mepum khudima ga adjust tawdraga hingba pamba leader ma matamdu dai akoina ma thangnaki aduga maroi na development gi kari gi matangda ama thawai yokjaba singilam se biren mashi kharak kanna honaraga chakhodhandaba yaroi akoi gi singi manung singda yamna wari yamna awa mayam ama leiri masi singi lamsi khara priority pidaba yaroi ga haidna khoiga phambada nga unabada wari watai hogdokpa aduga Manipur si ekoi amatoina nagai ba kuki haiba meitai pangal level like ekoi punna koi amatoina hingminagadabani ekoi amatani ga haibi wakhalonda yamna liberal to mindset amada lairama leader ni mahak na laikhidabasi ekoi gi state sigi aduga tangkhul jati gi aduga ekoi punamaki house sigi yamna soba mangjabane na lawi adramana laikhidraba mahaki oja ajagi magi thawaina isori mafamda ingna singna leiruna ba ithongni jari loinana magi lehori ba imung manungi awabada ai saruk yajari haidana adamaina ai phamjage sir mathangda oja ango koigi nauriya gi sumayamna hena khangna rekoi Rajya Sabha gi ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ MP ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛꯀꯒ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯔꯂꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ activities, my activities in Parliament kind of Hongana, the state Chigi Awadapa, Mayamama Parliament, other central leadership, the Puthokana, Honabiramba, Adugumba, Ozani, 1939. The Pokpani, Aduga, even Mana. Phangibada Saita Sudhakar of Bombay, Hindi Paidabet and a Hindi Bisrat of Manipur Hindi Parishad ki Phangibagi award Phangibagi Gumba ma Equina record of Tanazaki, the ma more than 10 years and ma was our Mathaloktorami, Aduga Congress the Sango Matungeda, Makal Makam Kayagi post Spider Matungeda ma MP in a Selaga. Manipur State Shigi, Rajya Sabha member 1996 to 02, Masi Obirambani, Aduna Magi Sumba, Magi contribution, Magi Ingba Tappa, Mayambu Khonba, Wayam Kanangangde, and Sopoina Nangaga, Mayambu Khonba, Mayambu Loina Biramba, the state ki Shukaya the mana. Parliament of the central leaders in the Putoki by the Quay, Nixon Jerry, on the Sukuma Mamaliam of Mio Yamana, Lake Bashida, I give my Kaitegi, a Awaba, Aushida Pondox of the Lunana, Magi Tawaina, is sorting upon the in a single Lerunava, Tony Jerry, Luna Magi Lehori Manungi, Awava Sinda, to Saruga Jerry, Haidana, Sare the Mina, Pijake, Aduga. Shri Manihar Mapsi Ekoi Makadi Yam Kanna politically Pundana Taubudi Taudu Magi activities Ekoina Nawina Adum Tena Jehobuda Mark Sudum Yam Honorable Kanba Leader Ramana Ekoina Tani Masi by profession Uzawin Horpani Wabaidigi Aduma Ekoining Masi Ministry flat said that I am the Lerambani. The mark 4th Manipur Legislative Assembly, the independent candidate in 1984, the Karga International Congress joined Tokibani. Ma 1990, the Deputy Speaker Oirami, the Minister of State Independence Charge Oirami, Matekara, and the Masi Kugi. Masu Equigi Magi Amaka was a Manarga Queen of Hobadama leader singer Luina Katanatana, Ma Praja singer ground grassroots public singer Luina Baduna Manga and a Pambagi Mong Praja singer Luina regular Mong Equina Matam to the Uber Funky and the Magumba leader Mana Lake Kitavashi, who is state key Mangjavani. Runina Magi, like Kitromagi Tawaina, Ishori Kuyaka, the English in the Lerunaba Aduga Lahori Magi Munganungia Wabda I Saruga Zari Haidana housekeep from the Hamzari Luna Ishor Kurumjari. And the Ramana Siki Quigi was a triple Grammy when it's from the Maming Taba than I am like Kupna Kangnaba Nainaba Adumba Lake Adubu Yamna Nungaibadi Masi Congress MLA from Imol constituency Tamenong subdivision Kwegi late Siri Husumbo Gi Machani 1929 the Popani 8 Tharon village Tamenong subdivision Maki details Mana Matamdu the 1952-57 is the Koi Pokri. A Koi Pokri, Adu Magumba leader Manipurgi democratic system, the मर्ज तौरब मतुंगदा भारत मर्ज तौरब मतुंगदा डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम लाप कांदा मणिपुर सिबु सेमगतप सागतपदा यावबिरकपा मणिपुर सिबु सेमगतप सागतपदा मांग सिंबिरकपा अदुगुम लीडर मोइना आई हाउस की खुथांगदा इकाई खुमनबा उच्चरी सुगुम्बा लीडर मना लेखिदबसिदा कोई स्टेट सिगी मांगजबा अदुगी नुंगाइतबदो आई हाउस थमजरी अदु लेखिदबसिगी मागी थवाइना ईश्वरगी मफमदा इंग्ना सिंगना लेरुबा ओइसनो अलोइनना मागी लेहौरिबा इमुंग मनुंगी अवाबदा अयाग इसाना सरुग याजरी हाइनाई थमजगे सर अदु सरना arbitrary reference लेखिद्रबा अदुगुम लीडर मंगा सिगी मरमदा कितंग हाइजनबी तंजा पिबिगिदमुक्ता आई ऑनरेबल स्पीकर बु थागसरी थैंक यू
मथंगदा लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन नवाफम थमीगनी
Speaker sir, इसमें अगस्त हाउस सिगी ऑनरेबल मेंबर वो बिरंबा मरीना लेखी दबगी अवाबा फोंदोकपा हाइबे तारे ऑब्वियसली रेफरेंस दा साना मतम खितंग पीबीबगी दमतदा थगतचरी अहानबदा अयंगना हौजिक रिप्रेजेंट तौजरीबा 31 थौबाल असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी सिदा हाना तोंगान तोंगान बा स्टेटस ता हाइबे तारे ताम मरीरक रिप्रेजेंट तौबिरंबा 1984 दा मणिपुर पीपल्स पार्टी दा काबिरंबा लेखिद्रबा श्री अखोइनदी दुम कका कका ना दुम कौजै लेतान थेम तोंबा मणिपुर मतमदुगी मणिपुर पीपल्स पार्टी दगी मदुगी टिकेट काबिरंबनी अदुगा मथंगदा अमुक 1995 ता री-इलेक्टेड to the 6th Manipur Legislative Assembly on अदुसु अमुका हन्ना मणिपुर पीपल्स पार्टी की टिकेट काबिरंबनी अदुदगी तामदुमक्तदा मिनिस्टर इन चार्ज ऑफ सेरिकल्चर एंड लेबर ओइना थबक पुबिरमी अदि अहुम सुब ताम ओइना 2000 दा re-elected to the 7th Manipur Legislative Assembly adudana Manipur State Congress Party ki tiketa amuhana kabidna tamdugi government dugi Minister in charge of Education oibiramba mathangda mariak suba tam haibetare 2002 da amuhana re-elect tawduna nipalak suba Manipur Legislative Assembly da Federal Party of Manipur Sidaida Sigi Party Sigi Tiketa Muna Kabirami Koina Kaka Kauzaba Sri Tombasi Yamna Integrity Leba Men of Principle Haibatare Makshi Yamna Honesty Uksen Yamna Sengba Prajagi Thabak Taubuda with dedication Tauzaba अदुगा समना हायरबदा थौबाल डिस्ट्रिक्ट की सु हाइबे याई पर्टिकुलरली थौबाल असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी सिदैदा यामना अनौबा अहोंगबा म पुबिरकपा पुबिरंबा हाइबे तारे केंद्र सिगी रूरल एरिया दा अदुगा अर्बन एरिया थौबाल म्युनिसिपल काउंसिल न कवर तौबा अदुगुंबा वार्ड तरा निपाल लैबा थौबाल म्युनिसिपल एरिया दनतना रूरल एरिया दा लैबा मफम खुदिंगमक्ता कम्युनिकेशन दा हेल्थ दा एजुकेशन दा पूरा अहोंगबा अमा पुरकनबा होनबिरंबा अदुगुंबा यामना प्रोमिनेंट ओइबा अदुगुंबा लीडर मनी महाकुंबा यामना सकनायरबा लीडर मना मनुंग मतम चादना लैखिदबसी आई इसामकी हुजिक रिप्रेजेंट तौजरीबा केंद्र सिगी मिहुत अमा ओइना आई नुंगाइतबा Pongdokchari through this August House, like Hidraba, Koina Siri Kaka Tomba, Haina, Koina Keno Tojaba, Maki Tawaya, Tamana Ishorna, Yamna Ingnasipna, Sargada Tambibo, Oishunu, the Loinana, Lehuriba Imum Manung, Haibatare, Awaban and Horiba Imum Manungi, Saruk. Ayak Isasu, Yazari Haina is my Tamjage. Matanga 45 Singai ST constituency da Emilia Wina Kabiramba 2002 da Haibatare Masi Akoi Yamna Sang Badinati Adu Matamkra, Loina Jaramba Sidida Koina Mayamna Masi profession da Wazawa in a Lakpa. Adudagi matang cannot torok paduna Hana Ukrul districti join an education officer wherembadagi even state level gi join secretary oiba adugumba officer mayamgi haibata represent tauduna mak masamakti Joint Director of Education S. Pauba Promotion Kadana Mayam employee Mayam Singishisu Yamna accommodative Oiba Mayamgi welfare gi employee Mayam Singishiki Tauba Dugumba Yamna Sangna but leader Mani Maki Yamna interior Oiba rural area Siki Haibatare Mana Ek Haivasi Koina no Haibangam always smiling face up Yaroine Yahujuk Pauba Nakong Sangangal Yaroine, Taudaba Yaroine, and Heta Haiba. I do, I know, you powder Ningsing Zabada, Magi, Kendra Manunda. But a power maying under Bashi, Ikaine, Namrei, Magi Kendra Manunda. Yaroi, she may Tanda Yaroine, 3311 kV substation Ama, Hanas Haba. But the Shaba Lurgamu inauguration Chale. Aduga amuk matangda manamu es ikaidro ayuna yamna jolly hoina jesami si Nagaland border ni namrei degi di karigino ai mari leina bo officer jing chief engineer da ina hangba kanda da jesami si Nagaland border ni hujik phawba mingon dagi tara samaga hoi tax budi pi Nagaland government da mai than bisi ikaidro na amu mana yonda mu wonsalaga mu chaire Karigino City Namrai de Mayinga Loidra, the Matamdugi chip engineer Duna. Sarmasti Namrai to Jesami City, it is a little more than 70 kilometers far away. Maydi stable or the Nan Habi Bayadran Haina. Manangam Namra Jesami Sidamu 3311 kV substation. How do you call me in Nagaland the guitars, Hamaga May Tanbasi, Ikai draw, Ibobi Savan, the mine on the Pagi Toga. Masi Sumaina Yamna interior Roiba, Adu the Sunatana Jesamish, the Tonganba infrastructure, si Mana initiate Taudna Haibatare, health sector da, education gi, Aduate, Lambda, high school, higher secondary high school, upgrade Tauba, high school, the higher secondary upgrade Tauba, Sumai Taudna Yamna interior Roiba, Singi areas data, Magi, particularly Magi Kendra Manung Stada, Yamna. Sakatpa Pamba Haibatare, Matamduda Ma Sports Minister in Sas, when I'm a take crap or a Madisu. Yaroine Sigi Pashasina, Katai the Gi Manipur Pumba, playground, Shambati Krai the Gi Yaga the Gi Hydra, Sumai Todana Yamna, interior Uiba, Singi Ariada, development, Proknaba Honabada, Yamna, Soba, Taudang, Lobiramba, Dugumba, Quina Waza, Haina Kanaboza, Azana. Kankangahudana heart attack, the Lakidabani High, Lakidabasi, Amna, Nuaitaba, through this August House, Pongdokchari, the Magi, Imu Manungi, Awab, the Saru, Jari, Duga Magi, Tawai, Atamana, Ishona, Yamna Santi Lena, Sargada Tambivo, Ishunu, Tianas, Mina Tamjige, the Matanga, Koigi, Sishu. Ozagi teaching profession the Lakpani, Haidana Mayamna, Ozana, Oza Ango Masi Kanoda Haibatare, 1981-82 3rd Manipur Legislative Assembly da Mark Karaptana Hanbada August House Sigi Deputy Speaker Waibiramba Dai Kona Amuk Mathangda 4th Manipur Legislative Assembly da Amuk Karaptana Mahak August House Sigi Honorable Speaker ki Hamsu Baibirami the Marxishu Yamna Tongan ba social organization cooperative movement da atai area da adagi maruina mahangna August House sigi honorable speaker oibiram matung da amu speaker resign tawraga mahak 1988 taigina 90 phawba haiba tare 5th Manipur Legislative Assembly da Sigi Mamangi 4th Manipur Legislative Assembly ki period da speaker dagi resign tawraga matekra sahi ani phadana Minister in charge of Agriculture ubiramba madasu mana serious oibasi agriculture gi department sigi tongan ba mahana phagat haningba agriculture sidaida haibitare agriculture sector sidaida Manipur sida hekta ahongba ma porokna ba haidana yam kanna seriously mana paiba area du di maksi yam kanna serious oiba adugumba honorable member ni konadi mamaida mahak Rajya Sabha da Manipur dagi nominate tawduna 1996 na 2002 phawba Rajya Sabha gi member oibirami ada mana Rajya Sabha gi member oiba period du su sahi taruk tu gi manungda my initiative, my participation in the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, haidana mana discussion participate tauba khangde masigi magi performance mayam du tongan lai ama ira ma phongna sumai tawdra ma yamna democracy sidaida amna sauba thajaba idugumba yamna serious oiba leader mani haidana ai thamjari magna ko jangau sina manung matam sadana laikhidaba sidaida isu nungaitaba through this August House phondoksari laikhidaba oda angaugi thawai atmana shorna yamna ingna chipna sargada thambiba oisunu adu lehuriba magi imung manungi awabadasu ai saruk yajari haina sumaina ai thamjage adu ahum subada Sri Mayengbam Manihar masi 1984-5 ta ekoiga ihan hana ma independent da wabgai assembly constituency dagi mihut oina kabirambani kona Indian National Congress da amuk join tarukhi 1990 da 5th Manipur Legislative Assembly da amuhanna INC gi ticket ta karaga 1990 da deputy speaker koigi August House asigi honorable deputy speaker oibirami adudagi mahak matam khara keno toramaga minister of state independence as oina mate khara full time dinate mate khara uerba matungda 2000 da homlak suba oina koi 7th Manipur Legislative Assembly gi sidaida amuk hanama re-elect tawirambani mahasi ojagi profession da lakuna maram oidana koina so dum ojana dum keno tawi maksu yamna maruina rural area digi represent tawbanina rural area sida kamhai tawga sab manana sakot kadagi leitaba lairabasing down trodden haibtare kungangi leitaba lairabasing si kamhai tawdana moigi sentok lambi henkalangani agriculture sector da aduga tai light sector da kramai tawraga uplift tawgadagi haiduna yamna social service da yamna serious oiba adugumba ojamani mahana laikidabada ai through this August House nungaitaba ai phongdoksari mahaki thawayatmana shorna ingna singna thambiba sargada thambiba oisnu lehoriba imung manungi awabada isu saruk yajari haina sumaina thamjage ai aroibada yamna keno tauba haiba tare koi athoibo daimai Vice Chairman Standing Committee of the Legislative Assembly Manipur. Mamai dadi maksi MLA we hiba haiba tare. Aduga koina sum kano tawbudasu one of the first Naga MLA of Manipur passed away in a local newspaper that kaida yawba. Adu yamna ngallingai da haiba tare 1929 da pokpa haiba tare Tharon village Tamenglong subdivision gida maksi pokpa aduna matamjuda di Manipur gi status haiba tare even territorial council gi matam haiba tare kon later on Manipur si akoi gi union territory da lakanda 1968 da Manipur si union territory hana territorial council then union territory status that came into force 1968 da the union territory work and the hana territorial council ki member then mathang la aga union territory when la akanda da MLA we hiba adugumba yamna ngallingai gi haiba tare singi area da particularly Naga Sinau Singi, Naga community gi Maramda Mahak Yamna Kanna Aduga Matamdu Tongan ba Jelerong community gi Mokoi gi cultural gi Aduga Ate area da Maxi Yam Kanna associate tauba Adugumba Singi Yamna Ngalingai dagi social activista Yaraba Adugumba Razi ki Saknaiba leader ama through this August House the Maki Maramda obituary reference ki Maramda kitang nainajaba yaujaba sei laibu phabani haina ai laujai aduna sigumba chingi saknairaba leader ama Manipur gi damukta yamna achouba thodang lobiramba leader sina laikhidabada aisu nungaitaba phongdoksabagi saruk yabadu yaujari aduga Maki Thawai Atamana Santi Yoina Tambiba Woisunu Isorgi Mafamda Loina Lehoriba Imu Manung Haibatare Maki family members in the Awabada Sachu Sarujari Haibai Wafam Kresi Hamjari.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I also obituary reference the matam telapna ay laujaningi hakit magtasu matam pibiyo hai nai nijari.
Honorable member Han pisalakpa ani lady si lorga tawbibu yagadra.
Thank you. Sorry.
Makata jarukada Shri Kasim Basum.
Honorable Speaker, Madam Bibikitamak Yamthakachari, obituary reference ki Tanjasi Lauraga, Sri also 45 Chingai STD Karakpa, Hujigna and represent Todun Leva Egi Kender Sigi, Emle Ma Weramba, Aduga Egi Tamakti Egi Uncle Sueba, Oja Sueba. Oja Azasi Jingjroe Christian village Tegini Masi background sisu Jingdi Horokba Oja Amanina Jingi Awaba Sada Singi Awaba Kangba Misak Ama Wirambani Oja Azasi PA Hekloiraga PDC Hek Lauraga Makhadana Magi further stage to Tolden Imungi condition issue. Larik Damasi Piedi Henna Tamdana 1966 Mana School at Tumaktada, Jingjure Christian School, Eastern High School, Hana Hujiki Tongiba. School is the assistant teacher winner, 1966 join torume 1970 da assistant headmaster win promotion birume 1973 da headmaster ki post ma pairume adugi madungda DO hani district education officer hani matamdu da DO ina government of Manipur na maun the promotion biraga okruda mana DO eba madam sida madamdu da communication da sukya nungai dabnina school anak namba okru headquarter ki anak pasing sida mam sa khong na chalaga athabda chief na chalaga school sinsi inspection tawba mayam si recollect toy madam dudas private school su yam leram dabnina mana DO oiba madam sida oja singbu su school da chalaga yamna cheibi ba nang school phajana oja oina phajana angang singda tambi drabsi nangi angang su lari hairoi ko haiba sikuma pada komba yam thina su cheiraga themsu themraga school sing mayam sida DO ama oina mana toromba thabak se akhoi praja myam nai hujik suning sili madungda amoga CDO haina amoga wonthokpa madam sida madam khralermaga joint director oina head office director education da ma lakpam dam da su oja sina akhoi gi maroina tribal amja sing da di officer su amna su leidabam officer sing leidabnina magi ka si akhoi tribal amja sing gi damak da command room oina lakpa kuting sina magi room si da pothaba se ai sa su madu da yaudabni mana joint director oina leibam dam sida jadi khaidana mayambo tribal singi problem mayam si mana mayam sing sida aduga even scholarship da madam do da gazette option attached towa asida su ade da jalwe madi original bhawyang na puro hekda puro ga attached kum si mana akhoi mayam da mateng pangkhip si hujik su adum ningsili 2002 da 45 chingai gi hek elect obaga party khaidaba masi congress thagi karni adu oirosu si egi party ni si egi imong ni si egi khunian ne khaidna mana mayam si bi equal treatment dorga ma seba khra torambani aduga jingmi tammi haibagi wakhanom leidaba yamna frank oina mayam da free oina imphal manung si da ma si yam nongaina seba praja singi tobirambani hojik si oja gi maramda aina banning bedi ma si tesingba public leader ama wen dedicate to ai loning haibdi mana emlate 9 assembly sa ka hu bam dam da su ma lepham ba leidna tribal hostel si da madam du ki government arrange sobe ko room ama ni si da yam nongai le pothar ka mayam gi seba dum dorga lerme hojik oja si magi last moment si da egi last ki badosan 11 da su engonda sitoro asiwale sitoro hasu mana jesu jeba haisu haiba pakisu toba sausu yam sauroga adum e personal emle ma wena kendra sidna kwaidigi sondaba kendra ni sima si toro haipsi man yamna engonda su yamna advice pie ojazabu kwaidigi ningslipsi hojik magi last aroiba madam sida chief case magi jingjuri kulen sida sorry cv sida dominarga hairiba jingjuri cv sida emle sitam mi adam marira kare du mamangda magi mayama thoga ja somi ei shimre sina dam ahum mana marirak subni magi khun jangba sida aina mangonda lasi hai oja nang le ringe the kramai primary health sub center bhawa le dabno adu wada swa kramai dokina kasim aidi 에기 군각다 칸다는 매암기 칸마다 에기 군다 통하우드레네 누나 마나 두금바 야암나 마기 군시다 에기 군다 데벨롭 도그니 시디 에기 군기 담막네 시디 에기 이몽다니 하일 아두금바 칸다바 리더 아마니아나 망온다 야암나 에피시에트 도이 시기 시kum바 아가 사우스키 트루 시데 그 투다 이몽신다 ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯕ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯣꯖꯥ ꯑꯖꯤꯁꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯊꯋꯥꯏꯁꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯗ ꯏꯁꯣꯔꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯗ ꯃꯥ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯁꯛ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯃꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯂꯧꯁꯤꯟꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯖꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯒ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯇꯦꯟꯂꯞꯅ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯣꯖꯥ ꯑꯖꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯕꯤꯖꯔꯤ ꯔꯤꯐꯔꯦꯟꯁꯁꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯒꯦ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯤꯀꯔꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯖꯔꯦ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ
ꯃꯈꯥ ꯇꯥꯖꯔꯛꯄꯗ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯕꯤꯒꯗꯕ Honorable Member Dr. Usam Deven Singh.
Honorable Speaker Sahana, ngasi obituary reference ki matam pibi biyam ta ithakasari Shri Member Maniar Singh koi mayamna agoi Uza Maniar haraga adum khangnai Uza Maniar si koi kair ki UGB amada Uza oiraga leibirame koi isamaksu class 3-4 tamba matamsi koi lai bikraba Uza Maniharna like takpirai Uza Manihar si yam tappa adugumba nongmata wazu kanna ngangandaba koi politician ko jaragasu mingonda kaka tawandaba yam tappa adugumba yamna koi leadership gi gul leiba adugumba ozane Uza Maniharna koi Uza oiringai matamda koi akoida kawbu yaroi doba yamna koi bu soiba yade dana ngangkhiba phukhiba mayam ama leiki adubu ai Uza Maniharna koi leikidaba ise yam nuaitaba haiba tare maramdi kaigidamakta hadagi election gi vote counting loiraba matung nini subada Uza Maniharna si leite aduga Uza Maniharna si yam tappa akoina hana ngang oingi matamda koi vote thadaba hitri Uza Maniharna vote karpa matamsi yam tappa nongmata wasi kanna ngangdaba akoina su mayum Uza Maniharna gi yumda salakanda koina ngangingba ngangba hainingba haiba matamda nongmata wasi khungandaba haiba tare yamna leadership ki gunji chele hana election ji mai pa matungda koi deputy speaker obirame mamangda su PB bida honorable chief minister na PB da su yawi khiba aduga koi veterinary gi minister matam khara paidana koi gobai gi adunglaba koi minister haibadu oirami haibetare Uza Maniharna leikidaba asida ai sagi saitagisu koi Uza Maniharna sargada English na yam nungaina leiruna bidamakta ai isodagi thongjari loinana nonglaba yung manunggi awaba khudimuktasu ai saruk yazari ai bisiga loinana ngasigi honorable speaker Sahana matam pibibimta thagsari
Aroiba oina obituary reference asida wa haibigadaba Shri Honorable Member Shri Awangbong Numai.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Yaksu matam khazikang lauzage matam pibigidamati yam nangaizare. Koi August House gi member oiramba leikhidraba Uza Tomba Singh, Uza Aja, Uza Ngau Singh, Uza Manihar Singh, aduga Uza Thuibo Daimai agi thamoibu respect people loinana imongi awabadu suruk lauzari hanai ahanbada thamdaningi ai Uza Aja gi maramda khatang e panjaningi maramdi mahaksi ai party gi member su oirami yamna jolly oiba straightforward oiba achumada haiba ki daba aduga all section of people badum tinaba yaba dugumba mi oibani ma leikhidaba matam mamangmakta so khoige office de lakpire harga mahakna mayam bu jok tawrga sumaina leiramaga khanghaudana ma leikhidabada khoige nungai tabdo ai phongdok chaning mani aduga mahakki imong ya waba suruk so khoi lominary habise phongdok chaninge aroibada aigi ipa athuibo daimai mahaksi member of electoral college oirami ma 1950 da politics changre 1952 dagi 57 phaba mahaksi electoral college ki member oiramaga 1957 dagi 62 phaba Manipur Territorial Council member oiramba aduga first Manipur Territorial Assembly member oiba si 1962 dagi 67 from Imol Assembly constituency haibasi ehaki constituency so adugi Imol constituency haiba duda yaurame mahagasi tharon khundagi miyamna tharon ke bhaina su khangna badugumba khundagi maksi pokchabani adubo later on namtiram haba khunna duda mahak permanent member oina permanent citizen ona sumaina khunna dugi khunja oina sumaina leirambani namtiram asi akhoigi members oiram August House ki member oiramba IDD zone nangi khunchu oye mahagasi akhoi Zalengrong community da yamna respect laiba me yamna mahaktagi yamna customary law da oirabusu larik laishu gi oirabusu yamna sumaina tamjaba dugumba leader ama oibuga loinana Zalengrong union haiba koigi Zalengrong gi apex organization haiba tare si organization gi president su anirak oirami magasi akhoi lengmei gi zatia mawina akhoi lengmei singbu yamna tambiba luchingbiba dugumba leader ma oiramaga ishona chanbidana yam kuina su ma henge 93 years ma se hinglamaga handakki 2002 gi January da leikhidrabani akhoi langmei jati khaktagi natana Zalengrong gi su adugo state ki su leader marakta yamna kuina hingba hai tare aduga khoi gi state ki asset su oiramba adugo leader amani mak leikhidrabada miyam gi amangba oizai adubo ishona biba matam lakpada chatkhiba oirabusu imong manongge awabatu aduga khoi miyam gi awabatu magi relative miyam gi awabatu suruk lominary habisi ai thamjaninge thank you
honorable members singna leikhidraba singi maramda marik chumba wafam kayamung thambikre maram maduna aihaksu iramda masigi maman yamlaba leikhidraba sing asigi mafamda awawa phongdokpaga loinana imung manunggi awabadasu saruk yajari leikhidraba thawai mangana mapugi leikonda ingna chingna leirunabagidamag aihakna isorgi mafamda prathana tawjari house ki ayaba lojaraga aihak resolution ama move tawjage that this house express its deep and profound sorrow at the sad demise of number 1 Sri Leitan Them Tomba Singh, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly from 31 Thawban Assembly constituency. Number 2 Sri A. Aja, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly from 45 Singai ST Assembly constituency. Number 3 Sri Wahengbam Angau Singh, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly and Rajya Sabha from 21 Nauria Pakhang Lakpa Assembly constituency. Number 4 da Sri Mayengbam Manihar, former member of Manipur Legislative Assembly from 36 Wogai Assembly constituency, and Manga Subada Sri Athuibo Daimai, former member of Electoral College 1952 to 57, the Manipur Territorial Council 1957, and the First Manipur Territorial Assembly 1962-67 from Aimol Assembly constituency, and that the member of this House observe 2-minute silence by standing as a mark of respect to the departed souls. Yani. Agenda number 4, paper to be laid on the table. Shri N. Biren Singh, Chief Minister, na report laid to begin.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I beg to lay following reports on the table of the House. Number 1, annual report of Manipur Lok Ayukta for the year 2020-21, and second, annual report of Manipur Information Commission for the year 2018-19 and the 19-20.
Agenda number 5, information of Governor's assent to bills. Secretary Manipur Legislative Assembly na Governor gi assent phanglaba bill sing House intimate to begin.
Sir, I beg to intimate the following bills which have been given assent by the Governor of Manipur. Number 1, the Lining Thausanamahi Temple Second Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 19 of 2021, assented on 9 September 2021. Number 2, the Manipur Conservation of Paddy Land and Wetland Second Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 24 of 2021, assented on 9 September 2021. Number 3, the Manipur Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Third Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 20 of 2021, assented on 9 September 2021. Number 4, the Manipur Goods and Services Tax Fourth Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 21 of 2021, assented on 9 September 2021. Number 5, the Manipur Legislature removal of disqualifications Sixth Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 18 of 2021, assented on 9 September 2021. Number 6, the Manipur Courts Second Amendment Bill 2021, Bill number 23 of 2021, assented on 9 September 2021. Thank you.
Agenda number 6, presentation of committee report. Honorable Leader of the House na Business Advisory Committee ki report House the President of Wigan.
Honorable Speaker, sir, with your permission, I beg to present the first report of the Business Advisory Committee 2022 and also move the following motion that this House agrees to all allocations of time proposed by the committee.
Motion na si adopt of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabani na motion na si adopt of. Agenda number 7, presentation of demand for supplementary grant. Shri N. Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister na demand for supplementary grants present 2021 to 22 present of Wigan.
Honorable Speaker, sir, with your permission, I beg to present the supplementary demand for grants 2021-22 to this August House.
Agenda number 8, presentation of budget estimates. Shri N. Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister na budget estimate 2022 to 23 present of Wigan.
Sir, with your permission, I beg to present the budget estimate 2022-23 to this August House.
Agenda number 9, motion of Board of Account. Shri N. Biren Singh, Chief Minister na motion of Board of On Accounts 2022 to 23 mukta bigani.
Speaker, sir, with your permission, I beg to move the motion for bought on accounts 2022-23 amounting to rupees 11,525 crores 91 lakhs 36,333 only.
Hariba motion na si pass of the House na yabirabra. House na yabirabni na motion na si adopt of jere. Ngasi gidi makha taba agenda later na House si hayeng ayuki pung mapan phawa adjourn tawjare.